Hey, it's Rob here. I'd like to talk about the 6500 milliamp hour PowerBank external battery. Okay, actually this little gizmo, it's basically cheap stuff from China, works great for what I wanted to do. And I thought I'd share that experience with you and let you know what you can expect. So let's talk about the PowerBank. It's just a simple lithium ion battery with some circuitry in there so you can charge it, or you can use it to charge your device, such as your phone. Simplicity is a good thing. I've also had devices where you could also use it as a flashlight. And if that's a useful thing for you, go ahead and do that. But I will also mention that I've accidentally drained my battery because I had the flashlight turned on in my pocket and I didn't realize it. So I tend to stay away from that. There are also batteries out there that have a slider for if you're charging and if you're not charging. It's like anything like that. Just keep it simple. So this has got two things. It's got, basically it's got the USB ports the way you would expect them. If you want to use it as a battery, you plug this end in to the battery, and then you plug this end into your device. So I'll take my cell phone, plug it in properly. There we go. And my cell phone comes to life and tells me that my battery is charging. And it is. And now I can just slip it into my pocket and go away and listen to this thing all day. It's small enough. It's a good size, as you can see. That's easy to carry around in my pocket. It's easy to carry around even my hand. So if I'm desperately low on battery juice, I can hold both of these at one time. So it's kind of a nice thing to do. Charging this thing is as simple as making sure that the small end is plugged into this, and that's one of the things I like about it. It's really a no-brainer. It's the same style. It's what you would expect. A nice light comes on to tell you that you actually are charging. That was useful today because I actually had my charger unplugged by mistake, and that light didn't light up, and sure enough, oh, that's why. So that's the PowerBank, 6500 milliamp hours. That's about right. What do I mean it's about right? Well, it's about double my battery. I've never run it out of juice, at least not in a single day. And my typical usage pattern is, if I need lots of juice that day, I know I can depend on this to back me up. Then when I come home, I can just plug this in, leave it overnight, and then leave it unplugged the next day. And it's good to pick up at any time. Now, lithium-ion batteries, if you leave them sitting around too long, they do tend to finally discharge. So, if this has been sitting around for a couple of months, then I will plug it in and charge it, just to be sure. Or if I'm about to go on a trip, I'll plug in and charge it just to be sure. But otherwise, you can just set it aside and let it sit there. It's just a battery. It just drains slowly. That's about it. So, good device. I like the size. And when you're thinking about these things, you should ask yourself, is it the right size? Is it the right shape? I've used square batteries before, and they just don't feel right in my pocket. So this is fairly flat, fairly small, fits in the pocket. For me, that's important. And that's the reason why I like it. It also has no buttons, so there's nothing to get mixed up. It's got it's got a little tether thing, a little strap that you can carry it around with. I personally hate those, so I really like the fact that I was able to take that off. Anyways, if you pick up one of these, they're fairly inexpensive. I would get them online, and yeah, they're fairly inexpensive, so it's really hard to go wrong. Hope yours works out as well as mine did. Take care.